What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Romso here. No Kiribug today. She is actually out of town, so it's just going to be me solo dolo discussing episode 51 of Dragon Ball Super. So, as always, I mean, this is not my first review. I've done this 51 times now. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. But let's go down and break down everything that happened in the most recent episode of Super. So, last week, if you guys remember, Black showed up briefly. He got into a quick scuffle with Goku, got sent back to the past, or excuse me, the future, and they blew up Trunks' time machine, and all hope was lost. Until our girl Bulma, being an important character that she is always, she's easily the most important person to the Dragon Ball series, confirms or reveals that she has the time machine that Cell used from the future to go back in time. Which, by the way, I love the fact that they keep revealing information of how stuff has happened in the past, essentially. So what I mean by that is in Dragon Ball Z, the last person seen holding onto the time machine was actually Trunks. Literally, after they discovered the time machine, Trunks takes it, turns back to its capsule, and puts it in his pocket. So the first thing that a lot of people talked about on Twitter, for example, was, oh, well, how did Bulma get it? I hope they explain it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they actually did, surprisingly. We see a quick, small flashback which shows Trunks the day he was going back to the future, and right before he left, Bulma was like, hey, can I get that capsule? I mean, I didn't make it, so let me get that so I can study it, and Trunks agreed, so he gave her a time machine. So I love the fact that whoever is in charge of Dragon Ball Super right now, the continuity, it makes a lot of sense. They are like doing all their homework, as opposed to the first two arcs, which didn't really focus on connecting the dots a lot. I mean, we're still kind of asking questions how much time has passed between Kid Buu and the arrival of Beerus in that era. It's kind of confusing at that point. So I love the fact that they did that in here when they revealed that it was actually Bulma who got the time machine for Trunks right before he left. So as far as anything else that happened in the episode, we just kind of get a more in-between-esque type of thing, a type of situation. We see Bulma is basically agreed to work on a time machine. She has her future self's notes. Dr. Brief shows up. He's actually going to be the one helping her to kind of make sense of everything. Make a better time machine, probably, because I'm pretty sure they're not just going to recreate the same one. I'm sure she's just going to take that and build something better. If not, restore it and then figure out a way to send multiple people into the future. Because it is hinted again that they are going to the future to defeat Black. And it's going to consist of Goku, Vegeta, and obviously Trunks. So that's going to get dealt with at some point in the future. But for now, it's kind of like, okay, let's kind of wait and hold on to let Bulma do her job. Goku then goes over to Whis and Beerus, asked to be trained, but they're kind of pissed. They're still upset about the idea that humans are here to, I guess, make jokes of the gods or point fingers. What's a better phrase for it? They're there to mock the gods by traveling through time, which is highly illegal and looked down upon. So, of course, Whis agrees that he doesn't want to train him. And what does Goku do? He goes to King Kai's planet. Of course, King Kai is still pissed at him because, as you can guess, he's kind of annoying. Not King Kai. Goku's annoying to King Kai. And as they zoom out, they show up that King Kai's planet is still destroyed from last time. So, Goku has no place to train. So, while we see Vegeta going out into a time chamber, or not time chamber, but the gravity chamber, excuse me, to train, and Goku trying to figure out what he's going to do, we get a little bit of insight of what's going on in the future. Because Trunks has a moment with Mai that got really awkward. Now, obviously, it's awkward because of the age difference, but I mean, I guess now the title of the episode makes sense. Trunks' feelings transcend time. Oh, Trunks' feelings for Mai transcends time, whatever the title was. So we find out that Mai in the future is basically Sarah Connor. She is the one who's kind of been leading the resistance against everybody. Well, not Sarah Connor, but you get what I'm trying to say here. She's like the leader of the resistance, like kind of like we saw in Terminator. And she is the one who basically teamed up with the last remaining humans after Black showed up to try to stop him. But it's kind of silly because all they have is guns and bombs, and this guy is basically, well, he's powerful. We see him in the future flashback. The flashback in the future, it's kind of weird to say it's a flashback of the future. We see the quick flashback of what seems to be the first time they have fought, where Mai and the Resistance try to trap Black, but obviously it's completely hopeless. It doesn't do anything. And right before Black can counterattack, Trunks showed up for the first time. And the reason why I think it's the first time is because Black himself says, "Oh, it's a Saiyan," you know. Now, here's the interesting part. For some reason, Black has this like view of he has like a complete negative view towards humans. He thinks they're a failed creation of the gods, and unlike the gods who are kind of basically ignoring humanity, Black has stepped it up to wipe them out. So we have Motive for the very first time. So Black is acting underneath the gods, but in his own way. Not like that the gods send him back to do it, but I feel like it has something to do with the Kaioshin that we saw in the episode or the opening intro. The green guy, Zamasu, that's his name. Now, it is revealed that in the next episode preview, they will be going to the, not to the future, but they will go to Universe 10 to talk to Zamasu, because apparently Whis and Beerus have recognized the key before. And the answers and solutions to Black's identity lies in Universe 10. So yay, more universe time, or more universe travel. But I feel like whatever it is, whatever connection Black has to the Kaioshin, it's got to be like some kind of apprentice or something that was working underneath the Kaioshins and then just went rogue. That's got to be the best theory I can think of right now. Now, initially I kept thinking Kaioshin, but actually it could still be very much a Kaioshin. But either way, Black has some kind of, you know, he says how the universe is made of like beautiful things, but it's humanity are the one mistake. The one mistake. And it's just so weird because, I don't know, like, is this supposed to happen in the current timeline in the future, or what the deal is? Like, I have no idea how this is, like, going to tie together. Obviously, we'll find out the answer soon. But Black is obviously pissed off at humans for some reason, and unlike the gods who apparently turned their backs to it, he is going to wipe them all out. Now, the interesting thing is, if he's so pro wiping out the humans, why didn't he just blow up the planet? He could have just done that from the start and then basically be like a god of destruction or something. Which, by the way, now we can for sure confirm that he's not a god of destruction. I know that was a theory that was tossed around a couple times. I even, at times, believe myself that he could be some kind of god of the future, but not anymore. He's just some kind of, he's just a dick, essentially. Hashtag Black Goku is a dick. That's pretty much the only thing I can come up with as far as, like, you know, trying to figure out what the situation here is. But, yeah. It's going to get interesting. Another thing that was also revealed, going back to the whole continuity thing, and this didn't even have to be mentioned, but they just kind of tossed out there just because they're on a roll with bringing stuff out. My shirt is really wrinkled. I just now noticed this. I know, random. Mai, after she helps Trunks in the future, because she does toss out a flashbang to help Trunks escape during the first encounter, mentions how if they had senzu beans, it would have been so much easier to heal. Which, first of all, why would Mai know about the senzu bean? I don't remember if she ever knew about it, unless it was just kind of a thing that happened before Karin passed. Which, it's also confirmed that Karin is dead in the future, so they don't even have access to the senzu beans. Now, I don't know if this happened during Black's attack or if it happened during the Andro's attacks, but there's no senzu beans in the future. Just a little extra thing that was kind of tossed out there. The other thing I want to talk about is the next episode preview. Really, as long as I don't have everything else covered, I do. I'm pretty sure I missed something, because like I said, I was kind of sit down and just kind of start talking in front of my camera. But if I missed anything, you can feel free to discuss down below. The last thing I want to talk about is the next episode preview, because we finally get a very interesting encounter. Gohan, from the main timeline, everyone's favorite, I don't want to say failure, but everyone's favorite half Saiyan, gets to meet Trunks. Now, we all grew up on Gohan. He was like the most badass character. He had so much potential to be the most amazing person in the future, and now he's just become a scholar who just gets completely destroyed by Frieza in the Resurrection F arc. Well, this guy is about to meet Trunks. The person that trained Trunks in the future with one arm, well, he lost his arm in the process of it, but with one arm, being a badass who fought off the Android, super awesome persona, completely different version of Gohan, is going to meet Trunks next week, and I'm really excited about that. Now, it's funny, a couple times this past week, I tossed out the question that was like, what is the first thing that Trunks will say to Gohan when he meets him? Now, again, I'm going to ask the same question. If you made it this far in this video, feel free to drop the funniest response that Trunks will have towards Gohan in the comment section below. And it's interesting because in the next episode preview, he doesn't just meet Gohan in his scholarly, non-badass version, but he also meets Great Saiyaman. Oh gosh, first of all, get ready for the feels, because it looks like we'll get a flashback of the time when Gohan actually died and Trunks went Super Saiyan, which was one of my most favorite emotional moments of the series thus far that happened in the history of Trunks movie. And I saw that in the next episode preview, so we might get that reanimated, which would be really cool to see. But as far as what will Trunks say to Gohan, have fun with this one. I want you guys to be as funny as possible, and then I'll probably even go through the comments and post the funny ones on my Twitter, at Rhymestyle, if you follow me there. So have fun with this one. But for now, let me know what you guys think about episode 51. Now, I assume this episode, as well as the next one, is going to be more lighthearted without too much happening. I believe it's July 24th they're skipping a week, and then it's going to start back up a week after that, where it's going to get really, really intense. We'll get the identity of Black and all that stuff. But for now, I feel like we're kind of just getting the bits and pieces of connecting of who Black is before we get back into the action. So just understand that. And also, if you have seen, if you care about this, I did post the episode leaks a couple days ago of what to expect after episode 54. So if you want to see that as well as the schedule, I'm not going to link it because I don't want everybody to see that, just because I don't want to have stuff spoiled for you guys. So if you just go to my channel, just type in episode 54 leaks rhyme style, you can find that. So feel free to jump ahead if you want to, but for now, just know that this week as well as next week is more in between stuff, and it's all about connecting the dots and kind of showing off the continuity again. Again, this week we got revelations that it was Trunks who gave Bulma the time machine, and then next week we get some more stuff between Gohan and Trunks, hopefully, that's going to answer more questions. Just be kind of like little Easter eggs from the Dragon Ball Z series that I'm looking forward to. But other than that, that's pretty much everything. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think about episode 51. I just hit my finger. Let me know what you guys think about episode 51 in the comment section below. Of course, if you're hyped for the series, make sure you leave a like as well. And then anything else that I might have missed, which I'm pretty sure there's something like 1 or 2 things I always do every single week, feel free to start discussing down below. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy us today. My name is Rhymestyle. This has been me with my wrinkled shirt. Hashtag in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.